What's up guys, welcome to another LSRS team pick review, and this is LittleBigPlanet's final team pick review of the year of 2018, and we actually have extra picks this week, or I don't know, really last couple of weeks. We've got 5 levels team picked for the whole winter season, and first up we're going to look at LittlePlayRoom by PhantomStrom. It's a very sort of simple level. You've got 10 rooms you got to go through, and it's just a silhouette sort of style, and you got to try and collect all the bubbles. There's actually one special bubble in each stage where you can collect it all to access a certain special vortex portal, which I was not able to do, so I don't know where that portal leads. But let me know in the comments below if you're able to actually collect all the special portals. And actually what's really great about this level is that there's 2 different difficulties and also a race mode. And so, the different difficulty, actually all the rooms are basically the same, very similar, and they've just made it harder in the difficulty. But it's got some really nice little touches here and there throughout the level, but some bits are easy. The hard mode is really significantly harder than the easy mode. But the silhouette really helps sort of keep the whole aesthetic together and very nice. It was a bit weird, I think, the whole sort of danger element added in the hard mode, because in the easy mode there's no danger, whereas hard mode there's danger mode. But it just feels it's nice and enjoyable, but I don't really know if it's what I'd expect from a team pick. It was very short and sweet. There's little bits here and there that are very nice. I really like the transition of basically the same room having an increased difficulty. That was actually a very nice touch. But overall, not sure how I like this level. Next up we have Quantum Overdrive 1.1 Remix by Robo Ranger. It's another Quantum Overdrive level, which is actually pretty good. It's a space sort of twin stick shooter level. Kind of great in many ways. It actually looks great. It's got great sort of aesthetic. The way Robo Ranger's made it look is awesome. It's got like a whole menu, and I really like the whole depth of the upgrades menus. There's so much depth in this menu, so many things that you can upgrade, and there's a good range of weapons to choose from. The menus just fit and they go. There's a bit of a shame with this sort of like glowy aesthetic on those menu items. It wasn't quite as apparent, but the thing that I really don't quite like about this is how the background doesn't move. We're just moving over the background. It seems a bit weirdish. Enemy missiles seem quite slow. I mean, I could literally, if I wanted to, just go in one direction without using the boost. It seems like I could actually outrun projectiles being fired at me if I really wanted to. Well, not these red ones, but like the normal blue missiles, I could actually outrun them, which is kind of weird. And it was a bit of annoyance that my wingmen, my comrades in space, kind of died very, very early on. I guess maybe I'm just not so good at it. But difficulty is quite hard, and I guess it's sort of each level seems very, very long. So the health of each enemy seems way too high. It sort of seems like it drags on a bit too much. But overall, I really like the aesthetic, and I like the idea of the mission menus and the great power-up sort of trees that we have in this whole level. It's a great team pick there, and as expected of Robo Ranger. Next up we have another one who's expected to do great things. It's a level by Shaggy 40,000, Little Big Settlers 2. Now this was amazing logic-wise. I mean, it's just one of those build a city simulator kind of things. It's got some nice sort of civilization you're doing. It's a nice big settlement that you have to do. You got to make farms. You got lumberjacks. You got brick work room and bakeries and stuff. You got to build houses to house all your people, and then you've also got like the super wealthy. You can build stuff for the wealthy, but it seems like there's more buildings for the wealthy people. Being opera house, academy, hospitals, sewage works, something like that, were all for the wealthy people, whereas all the other stuff, all the church stuff is just for supposedly the normal people. The thing that I didn't quite like about this level was sort of the slowness of it. Even just going through the actual tick box quest at the beginning felt very slow, and you kind of I actually literally sort of queued up a few things to build, and I just walked off for a good 10 minutes or so, and came back. I was like, oh yes, I got more resources now, I can start building a few more things. That's how I went about this whole level. It's really impressive. I really like the aesthetic. It's just that there's no sense of I don't know, enticement to keep playing this level. It's really impressive in what Shaggy 40,000 has done in LittleBigPlanet, making this type of game. There's just, I don't know, maybe you might find enjoyment maximizing the points in each household. But you know, it's just too slow for my liking. But great nonetheless. Next up we have PATAPON Tribe Quest by Mascottag. This was an amazing level. Very good on the aesthetics, made it look exactly like PATAPON. Music was great too, and you're just playing as one of the PATAPONs. And you can use your spear to kill some of these enemies, and you're just going to walk around. A very well aesthetically matched platformer, which is great. The health bar seems a bit really big, but I guess that's you know, in the style with it. I quite like the whole spawn points. I kind of wish that actually, you know, some extra changes that could be made were sort of like the spawn points, if maybe you use those bars as some sort of indicator for how many lives you have left, and if it wasn't infinite spawn points. I like the sort of enemies that we had, and the sort of shaky bridges were cool. Aesthetic is really on point. There was a few issues. I think I found a sort of gap in one of the pitfalls where I actually just fell out of the whole level, but aside from that, it's actually very fun. I think the only thing I don't quite like about it, which isn't really a complaint of Mascottag, it's just that I think once you make these sort of stickers, completely change the aesthetic. The whole jumping and running mechanism always seems to be a lot slower, and I think that's not something that can be really done about it, but it just feels a little bit slow. There's a good variety of obstacles, and it's, you know, you've got nice little extra story along with there. So a great level, and definitely well-deserved team pick by Mascottag. So definitely give it a go, and let me know what you think about these levels in the comments below. And then finally we have an actual Christmas themed level. I mean, I would have thought that for the whole winter and the whole Christmas season, Steven would have ensured that we had a bunch of Christmas levels picked for the team picks, but there was only one Christmas themed level in the whole team pick, and it was Christmas Run 3D by blacksackman. Now, while it's nice and all, it seems very familiar, this type of level, to some other levels we played before. So it's not exactly new and innovative, but you know, being Christmas themed, that's kind of fine. And then I guess what's really a bit disappointing is that I feel like there's a couple of other blacksackman levels that are just more impressive than this, and that there's no real variety. I mean, the only thing that I did really like about this, you know, the menu is nice and all, is that the actual speed and difficulty progression feels very natural in this whole runner. It doesn't feel like it's too jerky in difficulty, and things don't just suddenly approach you and slam you down. It's actually very well sort of spaced out, and the movement left and right has some issues. I mean, I kind of would have liked, because I've seen in other levels that are similar to this, you can actually change lanes while you're jumping. We couldn't do that in Christmas Run 3D, which is a bit of a shame. It kind of made me feel a bit weird, and sometimes when I'm trying to move more than one lane in one go, it also felt a bit sort of delayed, or there was a lag there. That didn't quite feel so smooth, and I guess maybe it would have been nice to have more than 3 different sort of obstacles and more things going on, because as you can tell by now, it's kind of getting a bit boring. But nevertheless, I mean, 3D levels usually get team picked quite easily. But I hope you enjoyed all these team picks. Let me know what you thought about them in the comments below. And definitely stay tuned. We've got, now that there's no more team pick reviews, we're going to try and make some more Dreams videos for you with the Christmas holidays. Hope you guys enjoyed. Click that like button below and subscribe to Left Stick with Right Stick. See you guys next time.